Have you ever felt overwhelmed by your emotions? Emotions like stress, anxiety, or even pain. And you wish there was a simple way to release it. What if I told you that there's a tool that's incredibly simple yet so powerful that could help you do just that, only it requires your fingertips. Hi, I'm Hitesh Bhatia. I'm an energy therapist and the founder of Joining Hands. Today I'm going to share with you an incredible technique that has been a game changer for so many people, EFT tapping. EFT, or Emotional Freedom Technique, is a powerful method that uses the tapping of your fingertips on specific meridian points of your body to release emotional baggage and promote healing. It might sound so simple to be true, but the results have spoken for themselves. In this video, I'm going to walk you through what EFT tapping is, how it works, and how you can use it to release emotional pain, anxiety, stress, and sometimes even physical discomfort. It's time to learn how to tap into your own healing power. Let's dive in. So, what really is EFT? EFT tapping is a form of energy psychology that combines elements of ancient Chinese acupuncture with modern psychology. Instead of using needles, you tap on specific acupressure points of your body while focusing on the emotions or the physical pain that you want to heal. The theory behind EFT is that emotional and physical pain arise from blockages in the body's energy system. You and I both know that we are spiritual beings here with a physical presence. Our energy, our emotions are stored in our body. The word emotion literally comes from energy and motion, emotion. What happens is when this energy is trapped in our body, when we don't allow for the energy to flow, is when it creates blocks and emotional distress in the body. And this distress could come in the form of physical pain or mental conditions and sometimes even physical conditions. Mental conditions like anxiety, stress, pain are all the cause of all of these unexpressed and stored emotions in our body. What we do with EFT is we use our fingertips to release these energy blockages. The theory behind EFT is that emotional and physical pain arise from blockages that I've already told you about. These blockages are caused by negative emotions, traumatic experiences, or stress. When you tap on these energy points while thinking about your issue, it helps to restore the balance to your energy system and release the negative emotions or pain associated with it. Now, you might be wondering, how does tapping on certain points help heal emotional wounds or reduce physical pain? Well, tapping on these meridian points sends calming signals to the amygdala, which is part of the brain responsible for our fight or flight response. What actually happens is that we are always in fight or flight. If you look at your life and you look at nature, I think humans are another form of animals. Animals and humans do almost the same things. We recreate, we procreate, we excreate. It is the same thing that most animals do in nature today. If you look at any animal, he can't do any of these things when he is in fight or flight. If a rabbit is running for its life while being attacked by a wolf or a wild dog, it's not going to sit and say, "Oh, I'm hungry, let me eat the carrot." Or it's not going to say, "Oh, there's another female rabbit, let me create life." All of the creation, which is recreate, excreate, and procreate, only happens when there is no fight or flight. Humans are always in fight or flight. We're always trying to create. We want a better life, or we're fighting a system. We're always with or against a particular system. What EFT does is helps us calm down our system. By tapping, we activate the body's natural healing abilities to promote relaxation, reducing stress and emotional tension. Let's dive further. How does EFT tapping actually work? The process of EFT tapping involves two main steps. Tapping on the acupressure points while focusing on the negative emotions you want to clear. Let's understand this better. Let me demonstrate this to you. Step one is when we identify the issue. Firstly, think about the emotional or physical issue that you want to address. It could be anything: anxiety, anger, sadness, stress, chronic pain, sometimes a fear, even a specific traumatic memory. The more specific you are, the better the results. Let me give you an example. If you say, I have anger, understand the anger. What are you angry about? If you feel anxious, I have a lot of people who come to me saying, Hitesh, my children feel anxious. So sometimes young teenagers come to me saying, Hitesh, I get very anxious when my exams come up, when there are specific issues. What you need to do is understand what is giving you anxiety. The more specific you become about the emotion, the better the results. Second, let's rate the intensity of the pain. On a scale of 0 to 10, rate the intensity of the issue. For example, if you're feeling anxious, ask yourself, how intense is my anxiety? Is it a 7? Is it an 8? Is it a 10? Or is it a 4? The idea is to get a starting point for how much discomfort you're feeling before you start tapping. Step number 3 is we start tapping on the acupressure points. You then begin tapping on the specific points of your body while repeating a positive affirmation or focusing on the negative emotion. Both are absolutely right. These points include the top of the head, which is the crown, the eyebrow point, which is right about your eyebrows, the side of the eye here, under the eye, which is here, under the nose, which is like your upper lip, the chin point, which is here, in between the chin and the lip, the collarbone point over here, and under our arms. These are meridian points. There are nerve endings at these points which connect directly to our brain. When we tap these points, we send a signal to the brain. While we are tapping on these points, we first set up a phrase. A phrase normally begins with, even though I feel. Why do we do that? We first acknowledge the emotion. In a fight or flight mechanism, we're all never acknowledging what we are going through. But when we want to heal it, step 1 begins by acknowledging the emotion. The second part of the phrase is, I deeply and completely accept myself. When we are in pain, or when you are having a discomfort, or when things are not going the way you want, dis-ease, right? When you are at dis-ease, we normally tend to reject ourselves. Nobody likes being at dis-ease. Nobody likes having discomfort in the life. So what do we tend to do? We reject that part of ourselves. The other day, my feet were hurting and I was like, oh my God, why do my feet need to hurt? Why? And I'm rejecting that part of me. I'm rejecting that pain. What we do in healing is first acknowledge, then accept. Only then can we change and heal something. So the phrase, even though I feel anxious, I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though I feel scared, I deeply and completely accept myself. While we do that, we keep on reassessing the intensity. After tapping on all the points, stop and check in with yourself. How do you feel now? You will likely notice a reduction on the intensity of the negative emotion or pain. If you still feel some discomfort, you can repeat the process. Continue to tap until the intensity drops. Let me show you an example. If you're working with anxiety, you look at this. Even though I feel anxious, I completely accept myself. Even though I'm feeling anxious, I completely accept myself. Even though I'm feeling anxious, I choose to completely accept myself. Even though I'm feeling anxious and it's really making me worried, I completely accept myself. So while you tap, you repeat the statements. We'll do another demo shortly. What are the benefits of EFT tapping? Let's understand that better. It actually helps you heal emotionally, mentally, and even physically. Let's take a look at some of the key benefits. Number 1, it reduces stress and anxiety. EFT is highly effective for reducing stress, anxiety, and this feeling of being overwhelmed. It helps to activate the body's reaction and relaxation response, calming your nervous system and bringing you into balance. It helps with emotional healing. Whether you're dealing with a past trauma, negative emotions, or negative self-beliefs, EFT can help you process and release the emotions, allowing you to heal at a deeper level. It can also help you deal with phobias, even with grief. If you've lost someone, someone you love in your life, or you've had a breakup, or you've gone through a traumatic moment, or sometimes you have some phobia, a phobia like flying or a phobia of dark rooms. Tapping can help you bring relief and also a sense of calmness. Physical pain relief. EFT is not only important for emotional healing, but it also does wonders with physical pain. It has been used successfully by many people to relieve chronic pain, headaches, and even conditions like back pain. Surprisingly, it has done amazing results with issues like digestive issues, acidity, gas, also understanding the emotional causes of the pain. Another thing that EFT has been really helpful for is in improving self-confidence and self-worth. By using EFT to clear away negative emotions and limiting beliefs, we are able to improve self-esteem, boost our confidence, also shift our mindset, empowering us to live a more powerful and fulfilling life. And lastly, and most importantly, it is so quick and effective. You don't need a therapist, you don't need any help. It is something you can do on your own. One of the reasons why EFT is so popular is because it's so quick and easy to use. You don't need any special tools. You can do it anywhere, whether at home or work or even while you're on the go. I've seen people who've called me, they're in the car, we make them pull over to the side, come to a safe space, close your eyes, and start tapping. That's how beautiful it is. I have guided people to use EFT while they're on the bus, while they're in the metro. People have called me, my clients have called me saying, Hitesh, I'm at office, very stressed out. Go to the bathroom, sit down on the pot, and start tapping. Now, let's look at a quick demo. How to use EFT for the emotional healing. Now that we've understood the process and the benefits, let's talk about how you can use it to heal the emotional pain. Let's start with the issue. Let's begin by identifying an emotional pain or a stressful situation you're going through. If it's stress, for example, focus on that feeling of stress, its source, and where you're feeling it in your body. Let's begin. So take a moment and ask yourself, what situation are you going through right now? And how is it making you feel? If it's stress, it's anxiety, it's a relationship, a financial issue, understand what the emotion behind this is. You can Google or search online for something called an emotional wheel. An emotional wheel helps you understand the difference between thoughts and emotions. Now understand the source of this emotion. Is it somebody else? Is it a fear that's because you might lose money? Is it a stress because you don't have enough money? Most importantly, just close your eyes now and ask yourself, where are you feeling this emotion in your body? Where in your body are you holding this emotion? Now, let's create a setup statement. Before you begin tapping, repeat the setup statement, acknowledging the issue. For example, even though I'm feeling so overwhelmed with stress, I deeply and completely accept myself. Or it could be, even though I have this fear of failure, I deeply and completely accept myself and I choose to let it go. Now we begin tapping through the points. Okay, and now I'm going to tap with you for a minute. Let's look at the one on failure. I think we all at some point of time are scared of failure. So what was the statement? Even though I have this fear of failure, I deeply and completely accept myself. I'm going to remove my glasses and tap with you. We begin by acknowledging the statement that I have this fear. So, even though I have this fear of failure, I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though I have this fear, I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though I have this fear, I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though I have this fear, I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though I have this fear, I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though I have this fear, I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though I have this fear, I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though I have this fear, I deeply and completely accept myself. And I choose today to let it go. Even though I have this fear of failure, I deeply and completely accept myself and I choose to let it go. Even though I have this fear of failure, I deeply and completely accept myself and I choose to let it go. Even though I have this fear of failure, I deeply and completely accept myself and I choose to let it go. Like that is how EFT tapping will really help you to release all the unwanted negativity from your life. So before we end this video, let's sum up and let's take a quick summary of what all we discussed today. EFT tapping is a simple yet powerful technique that can help you clear emotional baggages, reduce stress, and heal deep-seated emotional wounds. It's accessible, effective, can be done by anyone, anytime, anywhere. I encourage you to give EFT a try and let me know in the comments how it has helped you. The more you practice it, the better you'll get at it, and the more you'll unlock its potential to bring healing into your life. If you know anyone who can use this video, please feel free to share it to them. You can subscribe to my channel. You can ask them to subscribe for more updates on how they can heal their lives. Thank you so much for watching. I wish you all the best. Signing off. Take care. Goodbye.